Given the atrocities of genocide, you may be surprised that getting justice for people killed, injured, or tortured over their faith is not as easy as it would seem. Today, the U.S. Commission on International Religious Freedom hosted a hearing to highlight that scenario as it relates to China's genocide against Uyghur Muslims and the tragic reality facing other people of faith.
The ICC will not initiate an investigation into the crimes committed against the Uyghurs because China is not a party to the court. And China would veto any attempt by the Security Council to refer the situation to the ICC or create an ad hoc tribunal.
Tony Perkins is a USERF commissioner and president of the Family Research Council, and he joins us now. Tony, welcome. Let's start with China. The genocide happening there is something that we've definitely reported on here at Faith Nation, and I know it's also something you've discussed in both of your roles with USERF and FRC. What is the situation like for Uyghur Muslims in China?
Well, it's a dire situation, and it's interesting that the Associated Press was given access. In fact, there was a report just last week from the Associated Press. Their reporters, first Western reporters to actually have access to some of these detention centers in the Xinjiang province. And of course, it's cleaned up a little bit. It was sanitized for what they saw, but it verified what we've been saying and what we've been seeing. These facilities exist. They're massive. And this targeted effort to remove the Uyghur people. And when we talk about genocide, it's not just about taking lives, which there's evidence to suggest that's occurring too, but it's to erase a population, an ethnic group. And that's what they're after. They're trying to eradicate this Turkic Muslim group. And it's troubling because here's what's happening with China. China is exporting this around the world. They're working with other countries. The technology, there's evidence to suggest the technology they've been using to monitor their own people, not just Muslims, but Christians as well, and other religious minorities. That's been exported to Cuba. Cuba has been using it. It's what they used to shut down the internet there in the recent demonstrations. And all of this has been being facilitated in part by U.S. companies. In fact, yesterday, the Executive Commission on China held a hearing, Senator Tom Cotton questioning Coca-Cola executives about their supporting the Genocide Olympics, getting them to simply state the facts that China is engaged in genocide against the Uyghurs. They couldn't do it. It's very troubling to see what American businesses are doing in terms of facilitating this.
Tony, it is chilling to hear that. And according to that AP report that you just mentioned, it is massive, and those detainees under 24-hour surveillance. Tony, what more should the U.S. be doing to hold the Chinese government accountable?
Well, first, John, I think we need to realize how significant the threat from China is. This is not them just being mean to a certain portion of their population. This is genocide. It meets the definition of genocide. But again, they're exporting this. China is now using their influence, their money, their technology to facilitate the repression of minorities and individuals in other countries. So I think first off, there's a couple of different levels of this. First, as individuals, I will tell you what our family has done. We work extremely hard not to buy anything made in China because we do not want to facilitate this repression that is occurring there in China. Secondly, American companies have a responsibility here. That's why I was so glad to see Senator Tom Cotton call out Coca-Cola, the hypocrisy there, where they jump into election reform laws in Georgia, but they won't say anything about the genocide in China. And then our government needs to take more aggressive stands as well. There's a lot that can be done, but we all have a role to play in this.
Pulling all the levers. Tony Perkins with the Family Research Council, thank you so much for being with us today.
Good to be with you. Thank you.